Hello and welcome to the Surprisingly Sober podcast. Taryn was upset that I took the intro from him because he was really gearing up for that one.
Yeah,
He was pulling the string back on that one. He was about to let it fly like Hawkeye. So this is the Surprisingly Sober podcast. I am Trevor,
and I'm Taryn.
and I get drunk, and Taryn is sober.
Stay sober.
And that's the surprising part. That's how I like to explain it to people.
Yeah, because if anyone listens to this, they'd probably assume like I'm definitely on something as I say the shit that I think.
High on life.
You know it.
And misogyny, racism, all those.
Hey, only misogyny.
So, you got any topics you wanted to bring to the show there, bud?
I was gonna see what you had to say, then roll with it.
Okay. Well, do you want my deep one or my just kind of commentary on the world today?
Those both sound deep. Let's hear the first one.
You want to hear my deep one?
Yeah, I want to go deep inside you.
I feel like I need to tell a story in order to set it up. It's one that you already know, but I don't feel like most of the listeners will know. So,
The stage is yours.
This is just a quick, brief rundown.
Do you accept the stage?
I accept the stage.
Okay.
How much time do I have?
About an hour and a half.
Okay, Jesus. So, me and my ex-girlfriend, broke up in July, and it didn't really faze me, you know. I kind of jumped back into it sooner, dating and stuff like that, and I found this one girl that I went on a couple dates with and was talking to, and it was pretty fun. And I ended up having like a kind of like a mental breakdown.
You could call it that.
Kind of made things weird. But I'm thinking about reaching back out to her.
Again?
Well, that was just after. That was like within like 2 weeks after. Now I haven't talked. Like I haven't reached out to her in like 4 months.
So you know what, Trevor? You know what I think? I think you need to stop asking r/like relationship advice and shit like that. Didn't you initially like go on r/relationship advice, explain the situation, and they were like giving you advice on when you should reach out and shit like that?
Yeah. Well, they all said like, "Oh, you just need to do it now," and I did that.
And it didn't work. You need to stop thinking that Reddit has the answers. They're a bunch of fucking white dudes.
That's not what this is about.
Sitting in their basement,
it's not what this is
talking to
about.
a fucking camera. You really want advice from someone like that?
Yeah, I get it, but that's not what this is about.
Yeah. No, so
it has nothing to do with Reddit.
I know. So you're thinking about reaching out.
And somehow, yeah. I don't know. It was just fun. We seemed to get along really well.
Yeah, no, you guys did get along well.
Yeah, and I had like a weird like mental thing. She was like the first girl that I like really like went on dates with after getting out of like a long-term relationship. It was weird. And I was stressed out at work. There's a whole lot of other stuff. This is why this is an unhealthy therapy session.
I don't think it is. Talking to your friend's not unhealthy.
Oh, yeah, it is. When your friend is you.
No, it's not.
No, when your friend, like, when you're not a therapist, friends give you the worst advice.
I would disagree. What shit friends have you had?
Just, oh. You're my only friend, so all the advice.
No, I feel like the unhealthy thing is holding it in like every fucking guy does. No guy talks about his problem. Talking about your problems is like 80% of the fucking battle.
Well, talking them to your camera in a basement. That's unhealthy. That's a manifesto.
No, that's narcissism.
Yeah, that's true.
Thinking your problems are worth other people hearing.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you think?
I think you should.
You think I should? I don't have her phone number or anything. I deleted it all, so I don't even know how I would do it.
Okay, never mind. I guess you're not reaching out then.
I don't know. Do I go to like knock on her door? Like,
I mean, dude, like I've got Valerie's number memorized, so I could just like fucking text her at any time if I wanted to reach out again.
That's weird though.
Want me to say it right now?
Yeah, dox her. Fuck that.
Hey,
bitch.
If anyone wants to text Valerie, her last name is.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I just feel like it was just because for the people listening, I ended up having like this kind of like breakdown where I was like, I didn't know if she liked me a whole lot. and I was kind of like, I really wanted to, like, yeah, let's, like, start, like, dating more and more and more. We got on a few dates, and I was like, okay, I don't know if she likes me or not. Like, hey, what are you trying to get out of this? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't think that you like me as much as I like you. So I'm just going to, instead of getting hurt, I'm just going to end it.
Yeah. Which I advised against.
Yeah, I know you did. But I was at work and I was freaking out because work was stressful and it was just a bad time, Men can have panic attacks too.
Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's why I was trying to talk you down off the hill. But you were already, like, sprinting down the hill at full speed. I'm just at the top. Sure, don't come back.
Yeah.
There's still a chance.
So, yeah, I ruined it. But then I was, she's like, hey, yeah, I know, I understand. Don't lose my number, though. That was the key.
And you did.
And I did.
Yeah.
I didn't for, like, 2 weeks, though.
Yeah. You messaged her again and she didn't respond.
Yeah, she ghosted me.
Yeah.
So that was weird.
So, I'm thinking I might lose this bet.
Yeah, no, I have thought of. Oh, yeah, you would lose the bet.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might lose the bet.
So
at some
we
point.
made a bet for people who didn't listen that we wouldn't get on
dating apps
until the end of July or beginning of July.
I think it was the start of summer, so June.
Or yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So the start of June or the end of June?
Start of June.
Start of June.
Summer. Because let's face it, summer starts in June. People, actually, June 21st? No, June. It's nice out. Summer.
It starts in late April, early May for me.
That's like mid-spring. What the fuck?
When it's 70 degrees out and sunny, that's fucking summer.
Yeah, but then when it drops back down to 50 and is raining 2 days later, Oregon.
That's April. That happens in April. That shitty month.
Yeah, it happens in May too.
Yeah,
and April's birthstone's the diamond, so go fuck yourself.
What does that have to do with anything?
What are you, Sapphire? Fucking dork.
I was born in August.
Ruby?
I don't fucking know. That was weird. Okay.
Oh, right.
Pushing along.
So, plowing ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I might download the app soon. I don't know.
I was thinking about it as well to try to see if I could find this chick again.
So my rationale between why I want to is so everyone who's ever listened to any episode of the podcast, it really doesn't matter which one. If you've listened to one episode entirely, you know I love Emily. And
that's accurate.
Yeah. So
I don't think anyone's ever listened to this podcast all the way through.
So
not even us.
It's true. Like, I tried to listen just to see, like, would I be able to listen to myself?
No.
Because that's weird. It's weird. No, like, just, like, hearing myself say things, I'm like, I don't like this. Not that I don't like what I'm saying. It's that I'm just like, who the fuck listens to themselves? I feel like music would be different. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like reading your own book. Your own autobiography. Did Hitler ever read Mein Kampf? I mean, was he really a Nazi if he never read Mein Kampf?
I hate the shit you say sometimes.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So, like, we've been talking a lot lately, and we're pretty open with, like, if we live near each other, we date. Well, like, constantly having that feeling of, like, someone kind of being there, but not actually being there.
And you
like,
want someone to actually be there.
Yeah, I want to be fucking held. But I also have a fitness program I'm working on now, really trying to dial in diet and everything, trying to get on top of that. It's a 10-week program, and I kind of want to wait till I'm done with the 10-week program, because I feel like at that point I'll be, like, mentally dialed into, like, the fitness and stuff. Because, like, the hardest part is, like, when you get into a relationship, you definitely lose a sense of self in a way where, like, you get more absorbed in the relationship. It's like, damn, do I really want to work out, 5 hours a week when I could be spending that time with, someone else? Like,
who will cuddle me and hold me?
Yeah, exactly. And not to knock ladies, but to knock all the ladies I date generally not into fitness.
I don't think that you would be into a girl who's into fitness.
Leia was into fitness. Fitness dick in her ass. No,
That's so cheesy.
her and I worked out a couple times at Athletic Edge in Medford.
Is that a shout out or something?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Fuck them.
Yeah. No, I remember I was walking out one day, she was walking in, and at this point in time we hadn't talked to each other in about a year. And like we just locked eyes and it was just like, oh fuck, you're still real.
It's like, oh fuck, are we gonna fuck?
Yeah, we did. And then 2 months later, I found out she had a boyfriend the whole time. I didn't know.
Top
all right.
shelf.
And then I only fucked her for 2 more weeks after I found out. He worked at Chipotle. He knew who I was. Like, in regards to, like, she used to hook up with me and was friends with me while he'd be serving my burritos.
I'm sorry. That's such a dumb move. Like,
so when she ran into me at the gym,
I fucked your girlfriend. Make me a goddamn burrito.
No. So this is actually a very sad story. It's a sad story. Like, I feel bad. I didn't know this for a long time. So, okay, so he knew who I was the whole time. He knew that we'd started working out together, but he was a fat fuck and he didn't want to work out. And, she has a whole thrall of mental problems that is too much to get into. So let's get into them. And, so she worked out with me and he was like, well, like, you know, like, be careful around guys like him. Chads like him just want to sleep with you. He called me a Chad. And I did sleep with her because I didn't know she had a boyfriend. So this dude was this fat fuck guy making my burritos. Now, Leia, pretty fucking hot. You saw her. She was, like, tiny. She was, like, what? Like, 5'4", like,
lanky.
90 pounds? She was short. What are you talking about?
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, she was. She came up to, like, right here on me.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I've
Okay.
only saw her once.
And she was sitting down.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, like, when I found out that was her boyfriend, I was like, wait, what? She was like, well, I'm only with him because he did the loan for my car and he's paying half of it. And I was like, what? Then she was like, yeah, and also if I'm a lot more attractive than a guy, they won't cheat on me or break up with me.
But you'll cheat on them.
Yeah. Like, her whole idea is if I date someone who's ugly, they'll never leave me. So, like, I just have control over the relationship.
What a cunt.
Yeah, she's definitely got some screws loose in her that she really needs to sort out. Has a lot of control issues because that was a big reason why we stopped dating when we first started seeing each other. Late 2017. This all happened like late 2018, I think. But like, she didn't like that I was like kind of independent. Like, because like I just got out of being engaged like 2 months before we went on our first date. And so what am I trying to get? Yeah, so like I was kind of like free of a binding relationship. So I was like kind of just like, yeah, we don't have to hang out today. Like I'm gonna go do my own shit. Like, you know, I'm gonna go to the gym, gonna, you know, go hang out with a friend or something. And like she got really fucking weird about it and didn't like that. So things went sour very fast.
Well, I feel like there are like kind of like two types of relationships. There's relationships where the two people in the relationship become one kind of a person, and it's like everything's together.
It becomes Bradgelina, like where it's just like you two are just a one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have the other one where it's kind of like they do their own thing and then they come together to do their thing together.
Yeah.
And then they, you know,
And that's what I'm looking for now. Like,
you just want someone to cuddle and
well, no, like
go away.
I would like I obviously would like to live with the person I'm in a long-term relationship with. Like, you know, like not like right away, obviously, but like I want to be able to like do my own shit. And I feel like a lot of relationships, like you just lose most of your hobbies.
I feel like that's an extroverted thing, though.
it's not even like extroverted shit I want to do. Like I just want to be able to play Smite and work out. Like, in all of my long-term relationships, I didn't get to do those things.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I get that part of it, but I feel like it's like an extroverted thing to do. Like, just in, like, you know, like, because it's your own thing. That's still your personality. Introverts, I feel like, rely on each other. You know?
yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
when two introverts are like, hey, I'm going to make a connection with you. And then, like, that's how we be extroverted, is together. That's how it was with me and my ex.
Okay.
We were both introverts, and, like, we only, like, when we had to go out and do something, it was always together.
I get that.
We were like the Wonder Twins.
I don't know. Like, I'm definitely, like, smack in the middle. I wouldn't say I'm an extrovert or an introvert. I enjoy both. Like, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I have to be around people. Like, no, I'm cool chilling down here, working on music by myself.
It's not that, though. It's what gives you more energy.
Neither. I'm just depressed. Nothing gives me energy anymore.
That's fair.
No, I mean, like,
You know what gives me energy? Our sponsor, Mountain Dew Kickstarts.
dude, I fucking wish.
Fucking
Just
Jesus Christ.
Have a Mountain Dew Kickstart fridge just filled with them.
And it would be just be a big giant orange can fridge. Oh, please sponsor me. So I can just pee all day from the niacin that's in this thing. It's got 16
You mean
milligrams
vitamin
of-
B3? Niacin.
I mean, it's called niacin on here.
Yeah, but it is vitamin B3.
I'm very smart.
Just spitting facts over here.
Okay, back to what we were originally talking about. Me.
I was gonna get back more in this introvert extrovert thing.
I
I
hate
feel-
it. I hate it.
I feel like people put way too much emphasis on it, thinking like, say introvert 1, extrovert 10. Everyone seems to think they're a 1, 2, 9, 8. It's like, no, we're all a bunch of 4, 5s, and 6s.
Wait, what?
Like in terms of like a scale, like 1 is all the way introvert, 10 is all the way extrovert. Everyone seems to think they're a 1, 2, 9, or an 8.
Okay.
Oh, I'm an extrovert. I just can't be alone. And it's like, no, you're probably like a high 5 or a 6. Like, not everyone's that special.
The Myers-Briggs thing is very
Fake.
It's a guideline, is what I would call it.
It's kind of just like, I mean, like, it's not really saying anything is the thing.
It is and it isn't. Like it's a guideline, I would say, and this is coming from someone who
Is obsessed with it.
I'm not obsessed with it. I know people who are obsessed with it. That's the problem.
Isn't it your mom?
No, not my mom, but I have a family member who helps, or I don't know if they do anymore, but helped to run a company that like did that. That was all they did, was Myers-Briggs stuff. It was personality shit. I know that I'm an INTJ. You're an
ENTJ.
I know. So, yeah, I feel like it's just a guideline, though. Like, hey, this is how you think. So, if you kind of went down this path and then molded it to yourself, that would be best for you.
I can understand that.
Like,
yeah.
It's just like one of those things where it's like you just look at the world and you're like, I don't know where to start, and then this is just like, hey,
you should look into this.
This
because that
is
might
where
be
to
right
start.
for you. But I don't
Yeah.
know, like, so the whole thing that is off-putting for me is like the ENTJ is the executive. That's what it's called. That's
Well, that's getting way too far down the Myers-Briggs rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And getting into like you have to live your life by this. That's the cult part. of it.
But I mean, like, the direction that it goes in is very much like kind of like business fact oriented. Like, it's like, oh, you know, like, would do like the path that would be recommended for me would be like data, numbers, working with that, which I do enjoy that stuff. Like, it's not bad, but like I very much also prefer the artistic side of things, where like according to like the Myers-Briggs results is the polar opposite of me. And so like, yes, it's a helpful guideline for some maybe, but I don't think it's very like
it's more of what you would excel at. So what's a lot of people don't realize is the Myers-Briggs thing is used a lot by companies
Yeah.
to hire. They don't give a shit what you enjoy. They want to know what you can do well.
Yeah. I would say I do well at music. You've heard my riffage.
Yeah, but like you could be a very good boss.
Yeah, I yell at people. It's fun.
Yeah, like
I just want to be a disciplinary person. Like I would just want that.
disciplinarian.
Yeah, I just want that to be my complete job. I just yell at people all day. Everyone hates me. They're like, "Fuck Taryn, what a piece of shit." And I'm just
You want to
sitting.
be a school principal? Are you allowed?
No, I want to be
kids?
I want to be a school cop. Maybe let's try Canby. I hear Canby school cops are good. They just do steroids on school property and then flirt with underage girls.
That's true. Canby had our hometown had a huge steroid scandal where all the cops were doing steroids.
Yeah, and the campus security guy did it on campus.
He was injecting steroids at high school.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
That seems weird.
yeah.
Why
Just-
couldn't he just do it at his house?
Just like, man, it's time for my fucking cycle, man. I mean, probably just like kept in his squad car or something, which had an M16 in it.
Yeah, in the trunk.
Yeah. So let me tell you this. What was his fucking plan? School shooter. I'm gonna run across campus to my car, get my gun, run back.
What, would you rather him have his M16 on him while he's injecting his steroids and some kid comes up and takes it? And it's like, Vietnam, motherfucker!
No, you have one of those fucking pistol holsters where you can't grab it unless you pull straight up out of it. Have you ever...
An M16?
Well, no, I mean just like have a handgun. He doesn't need an M16.
Did he not have a handgun on him?
No.
Oh, it's because he's a school cop.
Yeah. But it's like, why have a gun at all if it's gonna be in your trunk across campus?
I don't fucking know, man. They don't do anything anyway.
Yeah.
They're just a fucking joke and make everyone feel bad
Yeah.
and pick on the fucking minorities. Did they not?
No, they did.
Oh my god. He was friends with all the fucking white jocks, but a fucking black kid or a Hispanic kid?
Oh, yeah,
Oh
fuck
my
no.
god, what the fuck are you doing?
No.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, so
fuck you.
So Canby High School.
What is his
fuck-
name? Like, didn't we call him like Officer Thunderbird or something like that? Or Thunder something because he was always fucking roided out?
Yeah, and he was always fucking flirting with underage chicks. That was another one that we always made jokes about.
Yeah.
He
but-
never denied it either.
Which is weird. Just say that you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Just
Like-
deny it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's not going to change anything. But the fact that you're not denying it is even. That's like when someone's like, "Hey, you have the inside track. Is this going on? I can neither confirm nor deny." That means that it yes. That's a
there's-
yes.
It's kind of like the whole situation with the Mandalorian and Rosario Dawson and Bill Burr both had different approaches to season 2. When people asked Bill Burr, "Hey, are you in season 2 of The Mandalorian?" "No, I'm not, but I'm really hoping I get a part in season 3 maybe or something else in Star Wars as a really fun part." Then he ended up being in season 2. And he was like, "Yeah, I just told everyone no because I was told I'm not allowed to tell anyone." And Rosario Dawson was like, "Oh, I can't say."
That means you are.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so she's in it. Understood.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
Bill's not going to be in it? That sucks. Then he ends up having the best fucking role in the entire season.
Other than Mando.
I don't know. I would say Mayfield's episode was a bit better than like anything Mando did.
But also Mando had a great part in that
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
He took his helmet off in that one.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. You should have already fucking
That
watched
was-
it.
Oh yeah, never mind. I've lost my fucking mind. I was like, what? Mayfield wasn't there when Luke showed up. When Luke showed up.
He didn't take his helmet off then.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, he did?
Well, yeah, when Baby Yoda's like,
Oh.
then he takes his helmet off so Baby Yoda can see his face.
I forgot that. I've only seen all the episodes once.
He abandoned his creed for the child.
Good.
So is Mando's creed basically just like a cult of the galaxy? Is it just like a Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah.
This is the way, this is the truth. I mean,
Yeah, no, that's a cult.
all right. So, what more did we have to talk about with Miss Pond?
Amelia.
I
She's
wasn't
a great
gonna-
fucking name.
I wasn't gonna drop.
What?
a
I just
fucking-
hope that she fucking sees this.
Yeah,
She's the one who told me to do a fucking podcast, even though we had already been doing it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. So Amelia, if you're listening to this,
You're not. I'll send it to you on Twitter.
So you can find my phone number at 503.
You got 3 of the first 10 down.
I'll redirect you to Trevor. Don't you worry.
You wouldn't get along with her.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah.
So
anyone who wants to date you, I don't think I get.
That's fair. I make sure that they don't get along with you because then it's not a competition.
I don't think that will ever be a problem because we probably attract. We're two polar opposites.
No. I don't mean a competition between you and I for her affection. I mean a competition between you and her for my affection.
Oh, okay.
Best friend, girlfriend. Like that's a
Do
competition.
you know what I'm fucking sick of? Dudes are better than chicks. First off, secondly, those fucking no. Fucking hear me out, okay? Dudes don't do this. Chicks do it, and it pisses me off because chicks are stupid. Every time you've ever got a girlfriend, the best friend. Well, I knew her first. I was her best friend before you two started dating. I don't give a shit. She's my girlfriend. That puts me a tier list above you. You fucking moron. Yes, I fully expect you in a committed relationship to put your girlfriend first. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I was here first. You're supposed to hang out with me and play basketball today. What do you mean you're going to the beach with your girlfriend? Like, no. Go to the beach, have fun with your girl. Every girl I've ever dated has always had a best friend that pulled that shit.
No, I get it.
First.
That's why you just date girls with no friends.
You mean Emily?
Oh,
I'm kidding. She actually has like a pretty good network of friends.
yeah. So yeah, this back to my thing.
Yeah.
So you think I should try and reach out somehow?
Yeah, I think you should.
I don't know. I just feel like she ghosted me, so I've got nothing to stand on.
I would say she didn't ghost you. You don't have to respond to someone who broke up with you.
Yeah.
She set a fair potential boundary in her life where it's like, you know what? No, I'm not going to give this dude another chance. He ended it with me. It's not my problem. That is fair. Even though it's against you, it's fair.
Yeah, I know. I understand that.
Trevor. I'm saying you're the fucking villain.
I feel like Wanda.
Yeah.
I'm just jump into my own
Yeah.
little reality here.
Yeah.
But
No, I think you should reach out.
I don't know how. I'm gonna have to try and figure out her phone number.
Like you didn't have her Snapchat or anything?
I mean, I know that she has this. I deleted everything, but I know that she has the same username for everything, and I do remember that because it was very strange.
Do you ever call her?
No.
Oh. I was gonna say, just look through your like fucking call logs, like look around like July-ish.
It wasn't July.
August? September?
It was
November?
It was like September, October. So this wasn't that long. Like that's what's crazy.
Yeah, no, you went on like 3 dates.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Then you had a 4th date planned, but then you ended it.
Yep, because I'm a fucking moron. Oh, the things that could have been.
You know why? You know why it probably ended?
Because I'm a fucking
Because
moron.
he wouldn't take her home.
Okay, okay. We need to talk about that. What is your obsession with fucking girls on the first date?
No, I'm not.
No. Your first dates aren't going to movies. Your first dates are fucking. That is all they are. That is all they fucking are. Your first dates are just fucking. Your first dates aren't like, hey, let's go to the movies. Oh, that was such a great movie. You want to, maybe go back to my place? Your first dates are, oh my God, that was so great. I can't believe you fucked me so hard. We should go see a movie. Oh no, we should fuck some more.
None of this is true. I take him on a date, then I fuck him. Okay, no. I'm not saying you should have fucked her. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying at like 4 dates in and you still haven't like kind of like let them see your house, it raises some red flags to me.
First of
Like
all,
we're like just the idea of like, all right, we're 3 dates in and we're still just meeting somewhere and then going away. meeting somewhere, going away.
No, that's not true. I did take her home when.
Did you go inside?
No, because I'm a fucking gentleman.
I don't have words for this.
And I did it to work the next day.
Yeah, I don't want another fucking jerk off headache going into a shift from being fucking molested all night.
Oh God, the church bell story.
But anyway, so I think you should reach out. I think something you need to work on is letting girls into your life more.
How? I
Bring
let
them
her know that I
home.
was having a panic attack, and you're just like, no, you should not have a panic attack, and just panic attack on top of them while they're in the bed.
Like,
God, I hope you die of typhoid or typhus,
typhoid.
typhoid fever.
Like, does intimacy have to be there for you to sleep with a girl? Like, romantic intimacy?
Depends on how hot they are. Like, if someone's like super hot and they're like, yeah, do you just want to fuck? I'd probably say yes. That opportunity has not and probably most likely will not cross my line of opportunity. But yeah, I feel like there has to be some sort of like intimacy. I'm not some sort of fucking floozy who just goes around fucking.
So, I have a fucking coworker who's trying to bang me so fucking relentlessly. And I can only say no so many fucking times before I just want to fucking block her. She hunted me down on social media, fucking added me, and just started blowing up my messenger. And people like that I've talked to, like Emily, for example, I talked to her about everything. They're just like, well, why did you accept the friend request? Like, because like I have no reason not to. Like, you know, if someone from work adds me, whatever, add them. Because also I don't want to deal with, like...
The awkwardness of
like,
denying.
hey, did you not add me on Facebook?
It's like, it's Facebook. Why does it fucking matter?
Yeah, no, I'm really considering deleting my Facebook lately because more people from work keep adding me. And I'm like, fuck off. I don't post on social media ever.
You don't post, so I wouldn't even... I would just delete it and be like, I don't go on there. I didn't get it.
But I do have a lot of family who reaches out to me there.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying delete it. I'm just saying, just being like, hey, I don't. When people from work just say, hey, I don't use it, so
yeah,
I didn't see it. I don't go on there.
But they see I have 4 mutual friends that also work in the store. I have, you know,
well,
like
you go in there.
These 4 people all added, and I'm just like,
who cares? They don't
Yeah,
fucking
no.
matter. If you don't want to be their friends on Facebook, they don't matter. Their opinions. Hey, your opinion does not matter because if it negatively affects someone, who the fuck cares?
but it's like also annoying that like, so this is the third this is the most woe is me horse shit, Jesus Christ.
This third person wants to
This
fuck
is the
me.
third person at this job that's wanted to fuck me, and it's like I'm all of your boss. Okay, leave me alone. I can't. Per company policy, I can't. Per my own like personal
Standards.
ethics, I don't want to. Like, you know, like
Standards.
standards, yeah. Whoa, one of them. Yeah. And it's just like, just fuck off. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's a good looking guy. That means I have every right to sexually harass him.
Oh God. Oh my God. Me too, Taryn.
Yeah, if Terry Crews can get me too, so can I.
Yeah, but that was by a guy.
Oh, so only guys can rave. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Guys do a majority of it. Most of it, if not all of it.
I love this whenever people bring up the statistic. Actually more guys are raped per year. Like,
By guys.
and it's like, yeah, dudes are doing the raping. Like, just hot teachers with big tits aren't just coming out of the woodworks and just like raping everyone.
Do you know how much better our fucking high school years would have been if that was the case?
Do you remember? I don't want to name drop, but the 2 teachers we had, the social studies teacher and
Health teacher?
the health teacher. Yeah, dude.
Oh God.
God,
They're just gonna look him up in Candy.
I don't think the health teacher works there anymore.
No, she doesn't.
So funny enough, when she was student teaching, she was at a school in Oregon City, and a dude I worked with knew who she was because he went to that high school. He just like casually mentioned her last name, and it's a very distinct last name. And I was like, "Wait, you went to Canby High?" No, I went to her, and I was like big titty. He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Dude, she was my health teacher."
She was short.
Oh yeah, dude, and she was like the type of teacher to like when she would go up to someone's desk to help them, would just bend all the way the fuck over, and you'd just be sitting there, with big ass right next to you, and you're just like, I don't have the hormonal capacity to deal with this.
This is what I learned this week in health class.
This is what I learned in health class.
Fucking boner. In health class, I learned how a boner work. Our teacher showed us the real way.
My teacher showed me how to pop wood. Dude, this is a pro tip for every dude that may be potentially listening, which, let's face it, at this point in the podcast, only guys are still listening. We're talking about popping boners in health class because of a hot teacher. Like, chicks have turned off this podcast. They tuned out. They're just like, fuck these guys. So this is a pro tip for dudes. So I had to be in a public changing room for a modeling gig. So literally just everyone changing in basically like a gymnasium looking room. So there's hot chicks just changing into their outfit for the runway. And like when I walked in, I was just like kind of taken aback. I was like, oh shit. And my rep was next to me, and she's like, oh, is this your first time doing like a open changing room? And I was like, yeah. Like I won't be weird or anything. And she's like, oh, if you ever feel any problems, just clench your feet. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, if you like just clench your feet, it makes it go away. Dude, it fucking worked. Like I felt myself like rising to the occasion and just squeezing like the muscles in your feet and your ankles. It just like forces the blood away, I guess.
I could not even fathom popping a boner just by staring at naked women across the gymnasium.
Okay.
Because
in my defense, the girl that caught my eye, because I was like trying very hard to like not be a douche. Like, you know, like you don't want to be that guy who's like, ooh. So I'm just like, okay, eyes forward, just putting my clothes on. And this girl just like went to the side a bit, and like so my eyes like naturally turned, and she was like just wearing a thong and a bra, and I just like looked over. I was like, okay.
Yeah, but just the sheer awkwardness to me, there would have been like, there's no way I could pop a boner doing that.
Dude, I'm such a horny sack of shit.
Yeah, you are. Jesus Christ. I think we've established that episodes 1 through 30.
So I am never mind. Segues, no, off the podcast talk. Nah, dude, lately I have like not been horny, like hardly at all. Not even like I still watch porn every once in a while, but like
You just do it for fun?
Not even that. Like sometimes it'll be like, all right, I'm a bit horny, let's watch some porn. But like I don't know, like my horniness is definitely like taking a stutter step back.
Why do people just say I watch porn? Why don't you just say I jerked off?
Because
that goes hand in hand. Like
okay,
off.
No, it doesn't. I watch porn for the plot.
Oh God.
I watch those full like hour and a half long productions.
Jesus Christ, how many times do you jerk off?
No, I just sit there. Just holding my phone.
Popcorn?
Yeah. Got a hole cut in the bottom of the popcorn. I get to the bottom. Whoa, who's that?
That's how you know when it's time to jerk off.
Yeah. I'm all buttered up.
Oh, oh, that's disgusting.
Whoa, whose hand is that?
That's disgusting. Whose hand is that? I guess that's better than saying, whose dick is that? Because then that means you're just going around jerking people off.
You just hear from the next room over, whose dick is that?
That's a great name for the podcast. Whose dick is that?
Oh, dear. Okay, but like, okay, I guess it's not true. I've never watched porn without jerking off. Because I was going to say I've never jerked out without watching porn. But I guess it's true both ways.
You've never jerked off without watching porn?
I would include...
You've never been in, like, some sort of situation where you didn't have access to it and you had to?
No.
Really?
Yeah, like I've had technology my entire life at my disposal to help with this.
You've never been, like, out in the woods or something, you know? I gotta jerk off right now.
Does it look like I
You
would
go out in the
ever
woods?
be out in the woods?
I took you out in the woods once. You hated it.
I wouldn't say I hated it. We just drove around.
In the woods. And
Yeah,
we went
like
through mud
I thought
puddles.
like maybe we'd get out, hike around a bit. No, we just drove in the dark.
Not in the clothes you wore.
No, I was wearing sneakers.
I don't fucking know. We peed in the woods.
Yeah.
On
Then I
opposite
tried to
sides of the
scare
road.
you.
I had already peed though.
I was trying to force a poo out.
Dirt
No,
pickle.
so the last time I was out in the woods in capacity like that,
You didn't jerk off.
I don't think I've told the story on this podcast. So it was when I was camping with Valerie.
Oh God. Okay, yeah,
So-
Taryn's camping extravaganza.
Speaking of porn, this sounds at first like it'll play out like a porn. Then it doesn't.
Way to ruin it.
Well, no, because I'm not gonna try and paint myself to be some Chad. I just fucked my girlfriend. Like, it's a common occurrence in life,
Is it though?
unless you have a boyfriend, or a significant other. I think is the politically correct term. So, I was camping with my then girlfriend, and her two best friends who were sisters, and so the sleeping order went girlfriend, me, friend, and so we're spooning, and she starts wiggling her butt at me, you know, when they pull that move,
Yeah, the butt wiggle.
and so starts sliding her pants down because she's kind of like and she's just like I'm on my period, and I'm like, okay. And she starts grabbing my dick and putting it toward her ass. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So, work my way in there. Finish. And, okay, wait, no, there's more of that story. And so I'm in there trying to, you know, like, the other two friends are asleep. Obviously, they're not awake. So I'm trying to, like, do it without making too much movement. And one of the friends is laying, so say you're me. So she's laying this way. And then she flips over and hooks me with her arm, like arm over me. And I'm like,
While
no.
inside.
Yeah, while inside of her best friend's asshole.
But she was her best friend first.
Fuck her.
Fuck.
And so I finally like get her off. Continue. Finish. She goes to the it was like one of those I hate campsites. Like where it's like it's kind of like sectioned off areas and everything. Like that doesn't feel like camping to me.
Oh, you want to go camping? I'll take you fucking camping.
Yeah, like that's how I've always camped. Was like you find a clearing and you set up your fucking tent. Make sure there's water nearby so you can fish. You fucking camp.
That's a campground. Then you have like dispersed camping tent sites. That's what I like, because then
Yeah.
they have a fire pit usually there.
Like it was literally like a big circle of like camp areas
Yeah.
and then a
bathroom.
in the middle
Yeah, it's
with
a
like
campground.
showers and shit. Yeah.
Oh, it had a showers? Would you go to a KOA?
I don't fucking know. Anyways, sucked. Fuck that shit. And
You did.
so she gets up to go to the bathroom. And I'm kind of laying there with my thoughts.
Just squeeze out all the semen.
Yes. And I'm sitting there with my thoughts. And I'm like, usually when she's on her period, another side effect she has is diarrhea. I went in pretty easy back there. I'm clean, cool. But there was a lot of panic in that moment. That I was gonna have a
shitty time.
a shitty time.
A shitty threesome. Does that count as a threesome?
No.
That was a little bit like a reach around.
No.
I'm gonna count it.
You're gonna count it? She was engaged at the time. How dare you?
And
the friend.
Yeah, and
Yeah. I respect.
You literally 10 minutes ago.
I respect Maddie's fiance, Trevor. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Maddie and
her
Trevor.
name was Maddie, and her boyfriend's name was Trevor.
Yeah.
The reason this is weird is because my name is Trevor, if you don't know this. And my ex-girlfriend's name was Madison.
Yeah, no.
She hated Maddie,
dude,
though.
I feel like you and other Trevor would get along super well, though. You guys are very...
I would just go to him and be like, look at me. I am the Trevor now.
He'd probably find it hilarious.
You should have him come up here.
Yeah.
Be
He's
like,
cool, dude.
Fuck that bitch Valerie.
He might hold that opinion. I don't know. He found out my side of the story, and he was kind of like, oh, wait, that's how that went down? And it was like, yeah.
Fuck that bitch. This is Russia.
One of the friends in that group is Serbian, so close.
Can we do one podcast where I just talk in an accent the whole time?
I was hoping you were going to say where you don't do an accent.
No, because I was doing an accent the other day at work, and all the girls were like, "Oh my god, you do this so well." And I do.
Yeah,
some accents
you
pretty,
do accents
pretty well.
pretty well.
Yeah,
You do them.
and I just wish I could.
You
wish
do
I
them
could.
convincing enough for an American to think like, yeah, that's good. But I'm
Yeah.
sure like if you
Oh,
did it
God,
at
yeah.
a local, they would look at
Yeah.
you like you're a fucking moron.
Hi there. Did you know that I'm from Dublin? That's not one of my real accents. That's just how it would sound to them. Like, Jesus Christ, you sound like a fucking leprechaun out of a Disney movie.
Yeah, that's how they sound. America.
America, fuck yeah. Where we go to Mexico to get away from the stuff.
From the snow.
The bad stuff.
Ted Cruz escaped ice by fleeing to Mexico.
Old Flying Ted. Yeah, it's not Lion Ted anymore. It's Flying Ted. AOC is doing more to help Texas than him.
So I love how many people are calling her and Beto O'Rourke. I don't know if I'm saying that name
You
right.
said that perfectly. Finally, you said something correctly.
Thank God. 1 for 80. People are like, oh, they're only helping for good publicity. And it's like, okay, then please show me one Republican who's raising money to help out. Or better yet, own the libs by donating money to a blue state in need. You guys go get your free publicity. Apparently it's just there. There's all this free publicity for you to take. Take it. Help raise money for a blue state. It's like, no, they're doing it just out of genuine kindness. They're just doing the right thing. Yeah, like, yeah, they probably are slightly motivated by positive press on one hand, but on the other hand, you guys can do it too.
So it's a catch-22, though. AOC, no matter what she does, or any liberal, any political leader who goes and does something, you will be able to say that it was for press.
Yeah.
That is because the press not only gave them
Yeah.
that coverage, but they are a political leader, so what they do matters. They are the leader. They are a political leader that was elected.
Yeah.
It's a catch-22. That person cannot win because you will spin it in any way.
Yeah, but you could easily spin it against the Republicans of like, well, why won't you guys do something? If there's this good press to be stolen, go raise money. Jesus Christ, if it's that fucking easy.
I agree with you, but I just... Ted Cruz isn't going to do anything.
Yeah, it's because they're pieces of shit who don't care about their voters.
Constituents, yeah.
They don't give two shits about you. Texas, Ted Cruz doesn't care. The GOP doesn't care.
They don't.
Yeah, but they want to build the wall.
There's a lot of problems with the GOP. They are decades behind what they should be.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense how they're still the party of Reagan and becoming the party of Trump, which is not a party at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's just conspiracy theories. It's the party of 4chan at this point.
The party of Pepe.
No, because Pepe was a great meme.
Yeah.
He was hijacked by the fucking QAnon.
Well, no, he was originally a 4chan meme.
Yeah.
And then he died off in, like, I think 2014, 2015. Then Tumblr brought him back and as, like, a silly meme. And then 4chan was like, no, you can't take our meme. That's wrong. So they just only, like, did, like, super racist and homophobic stuff with Pepe to have him synonymous with that. Just like, oh, that's white power. No, it's not. It means okay. It's always meant okay. Like, you don't get to just be like, this means white power now.
I thought that it means you can punch people.
No, that's if you do it below the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this versus this, it's different.
White power.
Just like this versus this has different meanings.
White power, Maryland. White power, Maryland, because it is an MD. WP, flip that over, MD.
Okay. This has always meant okay. Fuck you people.
Yeah. We'll talk about your long middle finger later.
And what it can do to my asshole.
Taryn has an extremely long middle finger, and if you're not watching the video, you should come watch it because it is it feels like it is longer than it should be. Like just by like a couple centimeters. Like it's just I don't like you anymore. You just touched me in a way that I feel is inappropriate.
At least I didn't touch like the webbing between your fingers. That's have you ever had some grab there?
No.
Don't let them.
I don't want to do this now.
That's
such a weird thing to say.
I'm just saying.
Have you ever had
girlfriends? You know, like we give a lot of shit to like guys doing weird shit to girls, like in a relationship. Like
what was the last thing that you said? Like
sucking water in their hair after a shower. Like it's gross. We don't enjoy it, but at some point you just do it.
Yeah.
And I've done it to every girlfriend I've ever had.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just funny. And like sometimes girls have done things to me in like a similar regard to that. Like I remember the first time like I yawned and a girl stuck her fucking like half her hand in my mouth because I have a giant fucking mouth and she had little hands, which was nice because it made my dick look really big when she jerked me off. I'm like, oh, it's like normal size now. Oh dear. But anyway, yeah.
What the fuck? This podcast is so fucking weird.
It's gone off the rails.
Are we even doing a podcast anymore? I think we're just talking to each other.
I think we're just talking to each other. We're just reminiscing at this point. So now I'm really torn between 3 bands for our music podcast.
No.
No? We're not going to talk about our other podcast?
I mean, we can talk about it. Surprisingly Music. Check it out.
Yeah. No, I'm really torn between 3 bands, and I don't want to wait literally like 2 months to get through these bands. Because I'll probably think of something else in the meantime.
That's the whole point of the podcast. That's what keeps it going, or else we'll run out of shit. And be like, I don't have any more White Stripe albums to give you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on the podcast.
What?
Oh, I was just going to say I'm enjoying it so far.
I don't like this. I want to give you things that you don't enjoy.
Okay. I'm just saying, I don't like Jack White as an individual.
I'm just saying that you're pretty good looking for a girl. Why can't you be nicer to me?
I'm just saying, Jack White's music, pretty good.
Jack White is a person. Fucking weird.
Yeah. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
Please stand by. We're WandaVision now.
Yeah, please stand by. Episode's over. You have to wait till next week, which you won't be here for. So we were talking about Texas.
Actually, I was gonna bring it back and away from politics and bring it to whatever topic you had, because you had two. Amelia, and then you had another one.
It was Flying Ted.
Oh, great.
That's all I had for this week. I mean, that's all that's been going on though. Is we had our ice storm. Taryn's really struggling.
Yeah, I really fucking.
You got to make sure that it goes on there straight and not cross threads.
Don't help me.
I'm not going to. I don't want to. That would ruin the podcast. This is just entertainment for
Am
me
I
right
turning
now.
it the right fucking way? Yeah, it goes this way.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Yeah, I know. What are you, my dad? Oh wait, you love me more than he ever will.
That's probably true.
Dude, so do you know what there we go. Do you know what my dad has done like the past like 5 times he's called me that's getting really fucking irritating?
He said I love you.
No, he calls every time I'm taking a shit, okay?
Perfect time. You're not doing anything.
Just hear that slight echo in the room where you're just like, is this person in a fucking bathroom right now?
Yeah. Hey, Dad. How you doing?
Hey, daddy.
Hey, Daddy-o.
Really honking out that dirt pickle. Just, oh yeah. So wait, I actually was faced with a really
Big dirt pickle.
existential question recently. Is the glass the Kool-Aid man, or is the liquid inside the Kool-Aid man?
Oh shit. That's a great question.
Or is that like his blood? Is all of him the Kool-Aid man?
Well, if he was the Kool-Aid man, or if the Kool-Aid man was the glass, then he would just be the pitcher man.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
Therefore,
I'm not
if
like the
he-
blood man.
Yeah, if he's the Kool-Aid man, therefore he is the Kool-Aid inside the glass.
So he's like a spirit in a way, like possessing like an object.
That's
Please, someone tell us the mythos and lore of the Kool-Aid man. How'd he come to be? Can you add pickles to Kool-Aid? Find out this week on
Can you add what?
Pickles. Dude, so there was 2 guys and so I just got done watching Bill Burr's most recent stand-up hour on his live Zoom call. It was a benefit and it was really good. I laughed a lot during it. And it was a Zoom call, so the crowd was like, you had a webcam on you, like, so that, and then you had like 3 giant monitors in front of him that showed a bunch of people's faces and cycled through them all. He called me out. He pointed me out. I was like, oh, look at this dude with a drum kit. He knows how to live. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then he pointed out some dude with a dog and stuff. And there were 2 guys who just constantly were giving shit. This one dude, Raul, who just like randomly in the chat was like, hey guys, I'm making burgers before the show starts. I've had these pickles for about a year. Like, are they still good? And we were like, yeah, man, you're probably good. I don't fucking know. And so one of the mods of like the actual thing changed his name in the chat to Pickles. And then this other dude, they were like, all right, like, you know, if you want to unmute your microphone and make some noise for me. And it's just like, everyone like, yeah. And then one person left their mic unmuted and you just heard in the background, hey, Kevin. And something like that. And the chat for the rest of the show, just fuck Kevin.
How did you feel about the Zoom show? Did it feel like a real show?
It was good, but you could definitely tell it is not the most comfortable element for Dean Del Rey and Bill Burr to perform in.
You could have just said comedians.
Yeah, well, like
You had to
just
call
that.
them out
I feel like
specifically.
a young comedian would do well. I feel like Taylor Tomlinson would do well. Like anyone who kind of grew up with technology in a way. Like
Why?
it's just because you can tell like it's so out of their realm of like function. Like, you know, like being on a computer and stuff like that isn't like their like natural forte, where us younger people, like being on our phones and computers is second nature for us. Like if you've ever listened to Bill use his computer on the podcast, it's Always
Usually a
struggle.
nightmare.
Yeah. And so like you could just tell there was like this slight level of uncomfortability to it, which I even understand that, like, because you're telling jokes and it's like kind of hard to gauge if it lands well when it's not like a real crowd in front of you, and like you can't really play with the energy of the room as well. But he had a really good jokes lined up, so he didn't really need to worry about that.
He's Bill fucking Burr.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's even said that he bombs from time to time. Like,
But not in
Yeah.
the way that
Yeah.
an open micer does.
yeah. Dude, did you listen to the Joe DeRosa episode of the Bill Burt podcast?
No.
Oh, dude, they got Joey Rosa, the teenage, or what's it, the teen idol sensation, I think
have
is
no
his
clue.
nickname. And they're talking about like their careers and stuff, and so Bert like got a TV show like
Pretty on. Yeah.
yeah.
Very early on.
and Patrice was like, dude, don't do it. Like, you know, you got to establish like a good base. You know, like you really need to work on the stand-up thing, so when that show ends and you come back, like everyone does, you can't drop back down to square one, man. Like, you know, you got to have a good base. And he's like, and of course I didn't fucking listen. I was like, you could just say congratulations for the show. And he was like, and Patrice was just eating as grossly as possible. Just like really throwing the food in, like just trying to make a point. And then he was like, and when the show got canceled, I went back to hosting. Like, I went back to just fucking nobody. I was like, this is my base? This sucks.
Yeah.
And he was like, and Patrice was so right about everything.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with that, but it was just a funny fucking story of just like Bert being like, no, I got this, man.
It's
Like, we're not even far from our base, so you know, like, what do we have to fall from?
exactly. We're not gonna fall very far. Oh no, we have to start another podcast.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Let's rename it so we don't get canceled.
Surprisingly not surprisingly sober.
Unsurprisingly sober.
Unsurprisingly sober.
Just really combining her podcast names.
Yeah.
The Unpopular Sober Podcast. Surprisingly popular podcast.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, so I really hope that more comedians kind of give into this Zoom call
I don't.
style format. I mean, like, just in the fucking meantime. It was fun. It was good. Got a good laugh. It was only like $12.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. And it was like 1,000 people, I think, and it was all a charity benefit for a
Christ, that's $12,000
yeah. It's like a
for something that you could literally do with the fucking equipment you have here.
yeah. I would just need to clear out the space so I could stand up against the wall. Have like that
Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, you understand that they made so much fucking money off of that?
for literally just standing in a room for an hour.
Was it at their own fucking houses? Or were they in like some sort of a stage?
I think they were in a garage from what Bill said. But no, it was a charity benefit for a high school hockey player who got paralyzed. Oh, we're both having microphone issues. Would you look at that? I'm not alone.
Well, this is because this one is dumb. So, whatever.
You keep playing with it.
Okay, I fixed it. Leave me alone. So,
Anyway, no, I would like to see, like, it's kind of annoying that stand-up basically came to a grinding halt. Like, I definitely would like to see, both I would like them to be able to make money, like they're people too. Oh, they make enough money. Yeah, but...
not all of them.
Yeah,
Only the ones you know.
yeah. Like, oh yeah, Kevin Hart's making a lot of money, but
It's because Kevin Hart's a fucking idiot.
I don't like his comedy. Like,
I don't like his comedy.
I don't like the...
The Rock?
No. Well, I don't like him either. But no, I don't like the kind of like everyman comedy where it's just like, haha, I relate to the people. That's my whole act. And it's like that's what like Kevin Hart and
Seinfeld.
yeah, Seinfeld, Aziz Ansari. It's just like I get it. You're so damn relatable.
I don't think Aziz Ansari ever got to that point.
Well, no, like I mean, like not like so much that level, but that's what his comedy was just like, haha, Monday problems. Am I right? And it's just like, it's not funny.
Allegedly raping a girl.
Okay, no, he didn't.
I know he did. He had one on like an
He had a
uncomfortable
bad date.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely like.
A bad date where they had sex.
I've had those.
All of them.
Yeah.
For the women.
Do you remember the date I went on during the wildfire? When I matched with the girl at like 11 p.m., went to work, went to her house at 2 a.m. during a fucking forest fire. I had to reroute myself out and around to avoid the fire.
To get laid.
Yeah.
You don't think that you have a problem? You don't think that like in 3 years you're gonna end up like Chris D'Elia?
Just coked out of my fucking mind. Yo guys, what's up?
He actually
Chris D'Elia.
What's actually funny is he did just release a video today. Like it's been like months since he's done anything since the whole allegations, and he was talking about. I didn't listen to it. I just read a transcript of it, but he was like, "I have a problem, but nothing I did was wrong or illegal. But I do have a problem with sex." And I love that the old Tiger Woods "I'm a sex addict" bit. Well, Tiger Woods didn't do anything illegal. He just had a lot of affairs.
Yeah.
But
no, so like okay, let's look at my situation. Like obviously I'm not going to incriminate myself, but I've never just like I've never raped. Like nothing was ever unconsensual.
I've never raped.
Like it was just like it was never even like a questionable thing. It was like, all right, the date's not going well and we're not sleeping together. All right, bye. That's it. Cool. Gonna move on. Like I'm not going to like I'm not gonna force myself on someone. And it's just like I don't think there's anyone I've slept with who's going to be like, oh yeah, I only slept with him because I was scared. I don't give off that vibe really. Like who's scared of me? Who looks at me and is like, this man's dangerous.
I don't know. I think you're a bit narcissistic.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm
addicted to sex.
I don't even think I'm addicted to sex. I just think it's fun.
So do heroin addicts and heroin.
Okay, but like I don't need it. I'm not like, oh, where's the sex at? Where's the sex at? It's like, no, it is enjoyable, so I do it. Playing video games is enjoyable, so I do it.
You're addicted
Putting
to
enough salt on my food is enjoyable, so I do it.
You're addicted to that. That is the one thing you're the addicted to most.
No, I'm gonna pull up Kenji Lopez's video on cooking tomato soup. Great video, check it out. Where he
That's just a heroin addict pulling up a video of someone doing heroin. Saying, look, he does it too.
Literally,
you're both addicts.
The greatest food scientist in the world.
Chef.
No, he's a food scientist.
He's a chef.
He is the head author of the Food Lab.
Does he have a doctorate?
No.
In food?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to have a doctorate to be a scientist. You need a doctorate to be a doctor.
And that's how people think the fucking world is flat, Taryn. Shut your fucking mouth.
This dude is the most researched fucking food person out there.
Yeah, I agree with you, but he's not a fucking scientist.
Yeah, he is.
It's the same logic for people who think the world is flat and that there's an ice wall around the world.
You're full of shit.
I pooped earlier. I'm not.
Dude, okay, hold on, quick segue. Have you been getting that fucking ad where the guy is like, humans have up to 12 pounds of toxic waste inside their body at any given time, and you need to take this magic pill to flush all that toxic poop out. And I'm just saying,
not gotten that.
Oh, dude, I get that ad like at least twice a week.
Why are you so full of so much toxic waste?
I don't fucking know. I guess he's hearing my shits. That's what causes
the neighbors
to come
have said something.
They just hear the crying. But anyway, Kenji Lopez, the greatest food scientist in the fucking world, he went in depth in his tomato video talking about how so many people undersalt their food, and he does argue the other side that it is a pretentious chef viewpoint to say the amount of salt they put in their food means it's properly seasoned. But he is 100% on the mark in the video talking about how people are so afraid of fucking salt, because a lot of that comes from like health experts and stuff being like, oh, don't salt your food. And what they're meaning is stop adding salt to your McDonald's fries.
That are already salty.
Yeah. Like, a lot of it's like, don't salt your food at a restaurant, but people took that as like, don't salt my food. On the money there. Which, yeah, the American diet is pretty high in salt, but so is the Okinawan diet, and those people live for like fucking ever. I'm just saying, salt's not nearly as bad as people think. Sugar's the bad one.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's actually, have you heard about the I can't remember what it was. But scientists were paid off to say that salt was worse than sugar
Oh, I'm not
by
surprised.
the sugar industry.
And
The sugar industry paid off scientists to say that.
I'm not surprised.
Sugar is way worse for you.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a similar situation with like fat. Because honestly, fat's unfairly named. It should be called lipid. You don't call protein like
Protein.
you don't call it like meat, like as the name, or you don't call carbohydrates sugar, like because when you break it down, it is sugar. It is a form of every carb is a variety of glucose molecules, whether they're complex and better for you, like whole grain foods, or literally sugar, white flour, etc., etc. It all breaks down into glucose molecules. So it shouldn't be called fat, it should be called lipid. But because they named it fat, they could be like, fat make you fat.
You know what? You're making me livid.
I'm just saying. Just saying. I'm telling it like it is.
Oh God, I hate that.
What
I'm just saying. Look into it. Look into it.
Just to play devil's advocate, okay?
What if the world is flat and there are actually interdimensional child molesters?
The only reasonable reason to play devil's advocate is to take like the scientific method of proving and disproving ideas and like taking that negative stance to show why it's wrong. Like doing the like, because I can't prove the point, I'm going to disprove the opposite. Like if someone was like saying like Nazis aren't that bad. And so like, all right, let's play devil's advocate. Let's say like, you know, like fucking Nazis won in Germany. And then go down the rabbit hole of everything that would be wrong with the world.
So my last girlfriend, when we would have conversations and stuff like that, when I would be like, well, like, what about this? And she'd be like, why are you saying that? I know you don't believe that. And I'm like, well, I want to know your reasoning. Like, what if I was like devil's advocate? And she's like, that's stupid. Devil's advocate is stupid. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's a very smart thing to do. So you can argue the
alternative perspectives.
Yeah, you can argue against everything to prove your point. That is what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And that drove me up a fucking wall. Because it's like, yes, I agree with you, but I want to know, I want you to enlighten me on why this is like this as well. And just make sure that you are aware of that. Because I had one girlfriend a while ago who was very, very liberal, and we were talking one day, and I was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm socially liberal and fiscally conservative, but not in like a now conservative way. It was like a libertarian conservative.
You want like lower taxes on small businesses so average people can actually succeed in life,
and less spending on the military and more on infrastructure, healthcare, education.
So it's more lib left. Welcome to the party.
I've been here.
I know.
But
Have
when I
always been
said
here.
the word conservative, she freaked the fuck out, and I had to explain to her that conservative is a.
Did you mansplain this to her?
I'm a man. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
I had to explain to her that conservative is not a political party; it is an ideology, which a political party is as well. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Dude.
Conservative and liberal are just like, hey, Taryn, you use a liberal amount of salt. You should probably be a little more conservative.
No. I used the correct amount. I used the correct amount of government spending on my military, damn it.
You use a conservative amount of lotion. You should probably be a little bit more liberal with that when you jerk off.
Dude, I'm just saying.
Dry rub.
Fuck, I had a point. Let's dial it back a second. So you were saying the thing about
Conservative ideology.
step back before that.
Salt.
No. She was arguing with you about
how I said the word conservative, and she just
a
assumed,
little bit before that. I don't remember.
Oh, devil's advocate.
I don't remember what my point was. I had something I wanted to say, but you were really on topic, so I was letting you run with it.
Which is not normal for you.
Yeah, I know.
You love to interrupt.
But yeah, so it's always fun whenever like you kind of run into shit like that. I remember what my point was, mansplaining.
Oh God.
So
I never even said that. You said that.
yeah. So my favorite time of being accused of mansplaining, 2 instances. One, I was a student teacher for math class, a calculus math class. And while everyone was doing classwork, I was just going around helping out. Saw this girl was doing something wrong. I explained her how to do it, and she said I was mansplaining to her. And I was like, "Oh no, I'm the teacher. I know what I'm doing. You don't. I'm not mansplaining to you. I'm the educator here. You fucking dope. Get your liberal horseshit out of this classroom. I'm liberal as shit, but this is teacher, student. I'm correct. You're wrong."
I'm big. You're little. Thanks, the big bad bitch from Matilda.
No,
Miss Trunchbull. That's who
like
you are.
I was just like, okay, fine, then be wrong. Fail the class. I don't give 2 shits if you fail the class. Like, that doesn't affect me.
You're just Miss Trunchbull and she's Matilda. So
Yeah.
I don't care.
You're the one dropping like $800 to be here. If you don't want to take my advice, okay. And then the second time someone like was directly asking me about fashion brand. I'm not gonna get too into it and like what the brand is, but I was just like explaining like their marketing tactic with getting a new like fashion director, and like she directly asked me the question, and then I explained it, and she was like, "Yeah, I know that. You don't need to mansplain it to me." And I was just sitting there like, that'd be like me asking you like, how does an engine work? And then the second you start being like, okay, well, first off, like a combustion engine like starts with, I don't fucking know. I feel like an engine's too intricate. Me asking how pickups work on a guitar, then you start explaining it, and then just me being like, oh, I know that. Why are you mansplaining it to me? Because you asked. You fucking asked. You asked how something worked. You were like,
so
you were holding the microphone out like you're going to talk
Like,
into it. Just do it.
I was just moving the microphone closer to you so you would stop.
But no, yeah, I love being accused of mansplaining, especially when I'm literally the teacher in that situation. I'm waiting for it to happen at work. I have a girl who, like, whenever she's doing something wrong and I correct it, I can tell she's always, like, one step away from accusing me of mansplaining.
Well, are you mansplaining, Turn?
No, I'm literally telling you how to do your job. Not you. You do a great job. I'm proud of you.
I'm not.
Anyway, going off the rails.
No, so literally that's my fucking job at work is explaining things to people and why their shit's broken. And I'm very afraid of that when younger people come in, especially younger females, because those are the ones who will accuse you of it. And I just kind of be like, I'm going to say the most general thing that I can, and I will answer any question you have. And that is it. And then I
Yeah.
also feel like but then I'm like, well, no, I'm acting like they won't understand it. You know, oh, you don't need to understand it. This is what's wrong. And I'm like, I hate that.
Yeah. No, and it's not even just young people or women. You like it's so annoying how like easily everyone gets like so put off by stuff. Like, by like if you explain something to anyone, they just get so fucking upset about it. And it's like, no, I'm explaining it to you so that you'll understand the situation because you clearly don't right now. Like,
What I had a lady today who she brought in a broken power washer, and she wasn't using it, which means the fuel has gone bad in it and clogged up the carburetor, which is very normal. And I'm like, well, look, this is what happened. Well, how do I stop that? Well, you need to drain the fuel out of it. And we were taking a look at it, and there's no like way to get the fuel out of it instead of just dumping it over and dumping all the
yeah.
gas out of it. And she's like, well, then this thing is just awful, isn't it? I'm like, that's not what I said. It's not at all what I said.
Yeah. Well, she wanted you to agree with her. Like,
And I'm like,
that's all
I'm
she
like,
wanted. She wanted to be right in that instance.
but the thing is, it's like not a thing that we sold or anything like
Yeah.
that. So it's like, yeah, go ahead. You bought a piece of shit. I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
I hate that. There's a lot of times where I'll be explaining something to someone and then they'll just jump to conclusions. And I'm like, that is wildly inaccurate. And I don't know how you got that from this conversation.
So I had I have a coworker who is the worst at just kind of forming his own conclusions and just running with it.
I fucking hate that.
Young guy.
And there's one at my work too, young guy too. You'll just start talking and he'll be like, okay, this is how you do it. And you're like, no, not at all. You took the first two words of a sentence I said and ran with it.
So my guy will just do it with silly shit. Like you'll just be saying something. So I made a joke about because back when I was using dating apps, I matched with a girl named Taryn. And I was like, oh yeah, it would be nice to say my own name in bed. That was it. He laughed. We went on with our days. Days, I guess. Like 4 days later, he tells me that he said his own name in bed because I told him to. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it was really funny. And I was like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, when did I tell you to do this? Then he like told me back the story. And I was like, that's not me telling you to do it. He was like, yeah, but I thought it was really funny. And I'm just like, you just like made that up in your own head.
And then assigned it to
I
you.
told you. And then he told his girlfriend that I'm the one who told him to do it.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, dude, I didn't do shit.
It's like, dude, I might fuck her.
No. And then I don't know where this came from. Probably like just something outside of work, but he cut his hand. So I see him like wiping it with a disinfectant wipe and putting a bandage on it. And I'm like, oh, cut your hand, man? I need a bandage? He was like, oh yeah, I got one. Got to make sure I'm not spilling COVID on anything. I was like, what? He was like, I don't like want to accidentally get or give someone COVID. And I'm like, it's not blood transferable, man. It's like saliva.
I mean, it is blood transferable.
Is it?
It's transferable through the air. It is therefore transferable through blood as well. That's like the next step.
I don't think so, man. I don't
Yes.
think so. I don't think either of us are virologists. So I'm going to say neither of us know what we're talking about. But nothing about COVID guidelines says anything about blood transfer. Like that isn't like a concern. Like the CDC didn't come out and say, hey guys, don't share needles because of COVID. Finding anything?
I just Googled it and it said that there's no cases from blood transfusions or donations.
Okay.
But like, I feel like if you bleed on me and you have COVID, there's a good chance I'll get it because it's a bodily fluid, which is what spit is.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
it's
we wear
not
masks.
it's not from the same place. So this actually goes into a thing I saw on Reddit. But anyways, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works, but all right, man. Thanks for wrapping up your finger. I mean, I guess, you won't be dripping AIDS on shit. And then he just full serious was like, I don't have AIDS. And I was like, okay. Like, he got very like, I don't have AIDS. And I was like,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Buddy, simmer down. It's okay. I was just playing with you. But anyway, there's this post on Reddit. This diabetic guy was giving blood. And like, so they just pricked the finger. And so the doctor saw like he had some blood on him. So he was like, oh, here you go. And handed him tissue. He's like, what are you, crazy? I need every bit of blood I can get. I'm diabetic. And like the doctor had to explain like, putting the blood in your mouth puts it through your digestion. It doesn't go back into your bloodstream. Two separate functionalities. Like, that's not how any of that works.
But a disease. Like, yeah, the blood's not going to go
Yeah,
back.
no. But like, I feel like the disease doesn't cross the wall. Like, it doesn't get into your blood, I don't think. I don't know. I'm not a virologist.
So if you suck a dude's dick with AIDS, you're not going to get it?
No, you probably will.
Two separate systems, digestive tract.
Yeah, but that's also an autoimmune disease. It affects everything in you. COVID affects...
That's... Autoimmune disease is what it does to your immune system. It suppresses your immune system in a way.
But it's both bodily fluid and blood transferable. Not everything is both. The flu isn't blood transferable. I know that.
How do you know that?
Because I looked it up because I was curious when I was like 15.
Why are you so curious about blood transfusions, Taryn?
Well, because
Are you Army Hammer?
No, because I did the school's blood donation drive and I was sick. And I gave blood. I told the person I was sick and they're like, oh, it's fine. I was like, okay. Then I looked it up.
Those days are over.
Oh.
God, dude, if you fucking sneeze wrong, they're gonna be like, fucking get the fuck out of here.
Take it down.
Take him down. We got a code 2919.
No, and then I looked it up and yeah, the flu isn't blood transferable.
I don't know. We should get a real doctor on here. Somebody
Yeah.
get one of those fake doctors from Joe Rogan's podcast over here.
One of his like diet expert doctors who just spews off pseudoscience.
Yeah, we talked about that last podcast. Get one of those ones who's fucking pushing vitamin D and all that shit.
That's partially true. It does help.
It is true, but
Yeah.
it's like he talks about it on his fucking podcast and then nowhere has vitamin D.
Yeah. And I feel like the biggest thing about that though is I feel like it's one of those like correlation doesn't imply causation things, because I feel like people who have sufficient vitamin D are probably just generally healthier people.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
So I feel like, oh, if you have enough vitamin D, your COVID case isn't that bad. And it's like, okay, but that person's probably also getting all the other vitamins in a sufficient amount as well. Also probably just like a lot of like micronutrients and minerals and stuff they also get. So like they're probably just doing better than the dude shoveling Big Macs down, you know?
How many Big Macs can you fit in a shovel? I'd say at least 6.
Is it a snow shovel or like just a regular shovel?
A shovel you could fit in your mouth.
I can't fit a shovel in my mouth. Maybe like one of those like little trowels. Is that the right name? This little like garden.
Garden trowels.
Yeah.
You can fit that in your mouth.
Maybe. I might like might Joker myself, but is that how he got the scars?
Hey, do you know how I got these scars?
I was really curious about a shovel.
We live in a society.
Dude, I still can't believe he fucking says that in the trailer.
Still haven't seen the trailer. Honestly, the DC just needs to fucking quit.
Dude, you hate the DC so goddamn much.
It's shit.
Wonder Woman 1, great. Aquaman, pretty good.
They never saw it. The Batman movies with Christian Bale were good. Man of Steel was good.
Shazam, good. Joker, great. Phenomenal.
But they're so barely connected. Like, what are they doing? Green Lantern, best.
No.
Yes. Yes. Green Lantern was a goddamn good movie.
Terrible.
This is better than all the other fucking shit ones. Better than Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, well that's not very fair. Anything with Will Smith is garbage.
Let's see. Okay,
Post I Am Legend.
Man of Steel was good. Birds of Prey was good.
Yeah, Birds
The
of Prey is
Joker was good.
Joker was amazing. That's
The 3 Batman movies were great for Christian Bale.
Batman vs Superman was pretty good up until the last 45 minutes.
The whole goddamn movie we've talked about on this podcast was just a total miscommunication. And then it's like, your mom's name's Martha, so is mine. Oh my god.
Okay, that's not what happened. That is not at all what happened.
That's pretty much what happened.
It's an oversimplification of things, but yes.
Exactly.
So what that was supposed to symbolize is Batman wanted to take down Superman because he saw him as an unstoppable tyrant. Like, yeah, he's doing good, but he's unkillable. He's basically a god amongst this world. He can do whatever he wants. That person shouldn't exist. There shouldn't be a person who's just untouchable and can do whatever they want.
Then just take him out when he becomes the bad person.
Well, no, take him out before he becomes the bad person. Basically, just stop the problem before it becomes a problem. Don't let him kill innocent people. So
That's very Minority Report, though. You don't know if he's going to become a problem.
but when it's like,
You're doing good, and you are invincible. We need to take you out, even though you're doing everything that's good.
well, but he's just acting on his own moral code. He doesn't know the guy. He doesn't know his moral code. Sure, everything he's done thus far is good, but who knows like where his moral line is drawn, basically.
If he was bad, he would have already been bad because he is invincible.
Yeah, but like,
And he would have snapped Batman's puny little fucking neck in 2 fucking seconds.
but anyway, so like his whole motive was this immortal guy needs to be stopped. Like, there shouldn't be just someone who is the definitive top dog, unstoppable. That just throws things out of balance, basically, of like how the world functions. So, and then like the whole Martha thing was like that kind of moment of him realizing like this is a person too. Like that was like what that was supposed to be. It sucked. They did it. They executed very poorly, but it was supposed to like communicate like
When I remember when I watched it, I was just like,
Martha.
and I was just like, what if Batman thinks Superman fucked his mom?
But no, it's supposed to like just give Batman that perspective of like humanizing him, where it's like he's just trying to fight crime too. He's just trying to like do the right thing by humanity, just like me.
When are we gonna get a Brightburn 2? That movie was fucked.
Fuck, dude. We don't need a second one.
That movie was
Dude,
It took me like 3.
The jaw scene with the car crash.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, that scene was yucky.
Yeah.
I'm really upset the mom failed at the end. You know,
Yeah.
I really wanted dead kid, but you know,
Nope. No, we just got Dead World.
yeah.
That was a fucking crazy movie. I remember when it came out, I wanted to see it, and I didn't. And it was like 2 or 3 years later when we finally watched it, and I was like,
Gruesome.
this is not at all what I thought it was gonna be, but it's still good.
Dude, one of my favorite fan made pictures that I saw was it was Superman, and he was holding the Brightburn kid by like the back of his shirt, like holding him like just like up in the air like this, and then Homelander was on the ground and he was like holding the back of his head, like kind of showing like, hey, these 2 incarnations of me, I'll take care of them. And it was just like, that's fucking cool fan art right there.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get The Boys season 3.
Dude, where are they gonna go with it? Like, I'm pretty jazzed about like the possibilities.
Why? Who cares? We're getting Jensen Ackles.
Oh yeah. Do you think he's gonna be good or bad?
I hope he's good.
I hope he's bad.
No,
He's been good boy for too long.
we got bad boy Jensen Ackles.
Oh yeah, true. Season 10, Demon Dean.
And just all of Jensen Ackles. He's such a bad boy.
Oh yeah.
Such a bad boy.
Him going back to his definitely his kid's mom's house.
Yeah, Supernatural.
What was the kid's name again?
Dean.
Ben. Ben.
Ben.
Yeah. What was
Ben.
the mom's name? I don't fucking know.
Flexible yoga instructor.
Yeah. Best weekend of my life, Dean.
Yeah.
Dude, those two MILFs at the party, then they're both looking at him and he just...
Which way do I go? It's so fucking
I'm
funny.
at a kid's party. I don't know what to do. These MILFs are staring at me.
Oh, if you could... one show that you could only watch for the rest of your life, would it be Supernatural? There's so much Supernatural to watch.
I
And
feel
there's
like...
not a lot of bad.
Yeah. I feel like it definitely has less bad than something like Doctor Who, which also has a large volume of product.
But I feel like Supernatural did as much as Doctor Who has in a shorter amount of time.
Oh yeah, because they just did one consecutive run. Doctor Who's now on its second run, and honestly isn't that great all the way through. 9 had some good moments, 10 was great, 11 was good, 12 was really good. 13 stories have sucked. They've just been trash. She's awesome. She is an awesome actress. I hate that people are like, this is why you don't have a woman doctor. No, she's cool. It's not her fault that she's handed a bad script, the same way Hayden Christensen is not a fault for Anakin Skywalker. But no, then like most of the early Doctors sucked. I don't care what Doctor Who purists say. Like 4 had some cool plots, but overall it was pretty shit the whole way through.
It didn't get good until
The reboot.
the reboot with Eccleston and Tennant and Smith and Capaldi.
Dude, Capaldi grew on me hard. Like his first 5 episodes, I was like, I can't stand this dude. I get it. You're a grumpy old man. You hate everything. And then it progressed more, and it was like, I fucking love this dude so goddamn much.
Yeah, I that's kind of when I stopped watching. I just didn't care about the Doctor Who anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe because Matt Smith took me out of it. Actually, more Karen Gillan took it out of me.
Even though you want to put it in her.
She's so great. I love
Legs, dude.
I love Karen
Legs.
Gillan, but just the character of Amelia Pond was so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I'm still infatuated with this fucking Amelia girl. To bring it home.
Do you know what show I haven't watched in a long time?
Ooh, let me guess. BoJack.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
I haven't watched it in a bit, yeah.
I know you haven't.
Maybe I'm not depressed anymore.
No, you are.
Yeah, maybe I need to watch BoJack so I can like get out of this depression funk.
That's not what that show is for. That show is a depression pit, and I love it.
Oh man,
There's nothing better than wallowing in your own fucking self-pity sometimes.
that's the entire show.
I know.
This
is what I'm saying.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of anime I like too that I don't want to give up for Supernatural.
Hentai?
I mean, like, I don't watch those for the plot, so I don't count those.
I feel like you could watch Supernatural consistently, and by the time you get to the point where you start over, it's not like fresh.
It's so far out of your head.
Because
Yeah.
you're 15 seasons later. It would take you. I mean, just watching it continuously
Isn't
would
it
take
like
you several weeks.
Isn't it like 312 episodes total or something?
Yeah. And they're all just say an hour, so 312 hours. How many days is that there, bucko? Divide that by 24.
I'm working on it. About 13. 13? About 13.
13 days?
13 days of content nonstop.
Jesus Christ, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's shorter than I thought.
I mean, like, even if you watched it, if you watch an episode a day, it would still take you about a year. Close. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm really excited for the next season of The Boys.
I thought you were going to say next season of Supernatural.
I think in like 4 years we'll get a movie.
Done. Over. Don't care.
Okay. Not even like a Christmas special.
That's what they're doing with Psych, and it's just kind of ruining it.
Dude, I'm kind of getting sick of all these Psych releases that keep coming out of the woodwork. Like, they just keep, like, the movie that came out, and now they're doing a Christmas. It's like...
They're doing another one?
Are they?
Well, you just said they were.
I thought you said they were.
No, Psych has released 2 movies
Oh, okay.
since the ending where they didn't bring Monk in.
Yeah, and then they still haven't brought him in. Ooh, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. That's a show that I'm excited for the next season of.
But that's season 3 or 4? Season 4.
4.
You didn't really like season 3 though.
No, I did.
But you weren't into it as the first 2 seasons.
I liked it. What the fuck? You trying to say I didn't like it because it was a gay black guy?
I was thinking of
Huh?
Joe Rogan. Getting you two confused.
Oh yeah, we're very similar.
Yeah, you guys both eat meat and work out.
Dude, I'm still so like scarred by how gross he looked at the weigh-in after the fitness challenge where like he had that weird like
Distended belly.
yeah, like what the fuck was that?
I don't know, man. He's shaped like
It's body shaming, man. No, he looked weird. I've seen early stuff of him fighting where he didn't have a shirt on and he didn't look like that, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Like I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Probably all the weird carnivore and other fad diets he tries. Which is funny cuz like he is just like basically Pinterest for dudes. Like he's nothing but fad diets and pseudoscience. But it's tailored for men.
Pinterest for dudes. He's the Oprah for dudes.
Yeah. Like he's just bringing on different Dr. Oz's every fucking week.
Oh God, that's fair.
Anyway, I think we're pretty tuckered out at this point.
We're pretty deep in this podcast.
Yeah.
Not as deep as where you were and your girlfriend while camping.
Hey, my shitty dick.
How did you just slide into her asshole so easily?
Dude, I don't know. It still bewilders me.
That's disgusting.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I made it in.
I made it in and I'm not complaining.
Our first time was anal because she wasn't ready to lose her virginity.
Not how that works, but okay.
I know. I am in agreement, but as a
Horny white male?
as a 19-year-old, 19, 20?
19-year-old horny
As a
male?
19-year-old horny dude and got a naked chick laying in your bed, if she's like, I'm not ready to lose my virginity, stick it in my ass.
If she says go fuck that hole in the wall, you do it. You would do it.
And we are r/signing off.